Our nurses, it's that time again. This is Let's Talk NCLEX Monday Motivation. It is happening all around the globe. Literally, guys, I am so grateful to be here with you all today. This is a very unique time in Earth's history. If you are in the nursing field, you understand the gravity of what is actually taking place, where all over the globe a virus has attacked all of humankind. And so during this time, the spotlight has been put on healthcare workers as true heroes, and we are all doing our part in order to stop the attack of this virus on the people that we love. And so right now, wherever you are, I am sure that you are trying to self-quarantine, trying to stay out of the way, and trying to socially distance yourselves from other people. I spoke to, people that I work with in Bangladesh today, and they're saying their cities is shut down, Pakistan, all over United States. We know what time it is here. And so I'm grateful to be able to have a platform where I can still speak to my students. So today I have a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about what's been happening with the NCLEX, the new updates. I went live last night, but I can never, ever take the opportunity, miss an opportunity to tell you guys what's going on with your NCLEX. I have the practice questions that we do every Monday. Even though it's crazy, we're going to try to keep it as routine as possible so that you guys are still able to study with Remar. Also, we will be talking about the new products that are added to the virtual trainer in case you missed them. So today is a great episode. Hey, I have the motivation. As always, it's called Overcoming the Prevention. I know you guys are going to love it. I'm going to get right into it. I have Facebook on, I have YouTube on, and we are ready to talk about this, particularly to those of us who are testing very soon. So remember last week, I got on live and I said, hey, they have suspended testing until April 16th. And we are not going to be testing anymore. Well, now I have to get back on here and say, you know what? Starting March 25th, testing is open again. Yes, March 25th to July 2020. I don't have an end date. They didn't give one, so they're leaving it very open. But if you are testing in the U.S. or Canada, if you're outside the U.S. or Canada, and I don't have any of the changes for your region, okay? But for RNs and PNs, this will be the fact, all right? And it is this. The computer adaptive testing will still be in place. So the NCLEX that you guys are open to take, changes to that. But minimum number of questions that you will get now is 60. Whether you're a PN or an RN, remember for the RN, it used to be 75. That was the least amount of questions that you would get. That's the least amount of questions that you would get. Listen, share this video. Share this video if you are not aware of these changes, because if you are not aware, then that means somebody in your community is not aware. All right. So remember, you used to could only get 75 and you would find out if you passed, or 85 and you would find out if you passed. Now you're only going to get 60. The maximum number of questions, test items will be 100. Our time limit is previously, if you were RN, you would get 6 full hours to test. And then the PNs, you would actually get 5 hours to test. So you can see that time limit has been drastically reduced. It has been drastically reduced. Okay. Another thing to note is that even with these changes, the difficulty level will not change. The difficulty level of the exam, the passing standard, the difficulty level is going to be the same as it was before, whether you're a PN or RN, that will not change. And then the special research section, this was seen on the RN exams. That will no longer be seen. All right. And again, if you read the slide fully, guys. This is only for the US and Canada. Okay. This is only for the US and Canada. And again, these changes are for both RN and PN. RN and PN. So just to be clear, at this point, every test, everybody, RN and PN, your test will be the same in terms of the time that you have to take it, the minimum number, and also the maximum number. So everybody's asking me now, so can we test in Florida? Can we test in New York? Is this Alabama? This is for everybody who is testing in the United States. Now, what they're saying is that they're not opening all the testing centers up. Not all of them will be open. Only those in the larger metropolitan areas, okay? So think of the largest cities. That is where they're going to focus on having these test centers available. And this is the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. I mean, I'm sure Pearson VUE got a huge backlash last week when they said we are suspending testing. We're not going to license any new nurses because at this point, the one thing that the world needs besides more masks and more gloves, are nurses to wear them. They need more nurses more than anything in terms of healthcare personnel. So how could we be in a situation where we're not licensing any new nurses? And most of you guys, particularly my international nurses that are here in the US, you guys have experience. You can actually literally get licensed, hit the ground and start running, right? Start working. So this is a very necessary move. And we, as those people who have to take the test or prepare you guys for the test, we have to make whatever accommodations we need to make too in order for you guys to be ready. So one of my students commented that the testing center is open for her to test. She has a test date, but it's over 300 miles away. And so she's going to have to travel to that testing site. So you guys be prepared to have to do some traveling. Because if you live in a small town, you're going to have to get to that larger city to test. But I'm grateful that we have the opportunity to do it. So again, these were the changes. Shout out to all the nurses that sent messages. Marcella, I know there were Lauren, Marcella, there was, people that just sent me messages about it and put it out there. It's in the Remar Nurse Study page as well. But we definitely had to make sure that everybody is watching new. All right. So I see people were asking, is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Should I try to take this exam? That's a really great question. I mean, just looking at the changes from the onset, what I come to understand is what they're doing is they have removed all of the pre-test questions. Remember, there used to be questions in the exam that did not count. And they were specifically for the purpose of research, for the purpose of exposure. Those have all been removed. So what that means for you as a nurse taking this exam, every question that you get from the very first one will count to determine your ability, your probability to pass. That means that there is no questions that are just for practice. That means that when you sit down for this exam, be ready to get these questions right. You will not have time to warm up. You will not have time to be there all day. All right. They want to get people licensed and they want to get people licensed faster. Now, is that a good thing for you? It should be. It honestly should be. If you had not thought about, okay, when am I going to test? If I'm going to test, I would say, you know what? This is the test that you want. This is the test that you want to take. You get in there, every question counts, focused. You're not going to take all day. You're going to get in and you're going to get out. Hey, what could be better than that? What could be better than that? And so this is something that we have to embrace because this is our lot. Like this is the hand we've been dealt with. So we got to play it like we own it. You know, this is what we're talking about, being ready for opportunities. Last week, we didn't think we could test at all. So now we have the ability to test. What are we going to do? You know, we're going to proceed as we have been saying. We're here to get our license. So it don't matter if you give me 60 questions, if you give me 30 questions, if you give me 5 questions, I'm here to get my license. And that's the mentality that we have to have. I mean, some people look at this and the first thing they asked me last night when I got on here was, okay, so what happens if I fail? That's what people were really asking me. What happens if I fail? Do I still have to wait 45 days? You know, what am I supposed to do when I fail? I'm not even on that. I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't know what happens if you fail because I'm here with the intentions that you pass. You guys already thinking about a plan B if you fail. That can't be SAP. All right. So if you are planning to fail, this isn't even the time to test right now. Just stay at home. All right. Just stay at home. So again, we are in a dire situation. I'm in Ohio. They're shutting down my state tonight. I heard the governor of New York say that they have 55,000 hospital beds, but the need based off of the coronavirus curve is 110,000 hospital beds. They don't have it. This is the situation of everybody right now. There will be more sick people than our healthcare system can provide for. And we think about the nurses in Italy and we're praying for them. And we look at their emergency rooms that are now ICUs and people on the floor in the hallways of the hospital and 600 people dying in a day. And we don't think that can happen here in the United States or anywhere else. It absolutely can. We have never been in a situation like this. Well, since 1918, when there was a big flu that hit then. So I don't have time anymore to, joke around with you guys about this. This is a very serious matter. I've never seen this type of shutdown in my life. I asked people older than me, people much older than me, 2-3 generations older than me. They said it wasn't even like this during the Depression. And so it's time for everybody to wake up and get ready to do their part. So I hope that you guys are ready. We are going to proceed as if we always have. Like if this is your first time joining me, the tone is a little bit different, but here at Remar Review, every Monday, we mobilize everybody in our community. We get together and we study. So the fact that there are probably no other live classes, NCLEX review classes going on in the world, it really doesn't make a difference because we've been doing this for years now. But I'm always been on social distancing, right? Because it is necessary during this process. This is not an easy process to pass NCLEX. So you definitely need a community of people to do it. All right. So again, last time, this is what we have to prepare for right now in terms of NCLEX. All right. This is what we have to prepare for NCLEX. And I will go back to this. I do have to proceed on with the rest of the program here. I do thank you guys for joining me today. There are many, many things happening all over the world, but you have the desire to pass your NCLEX exam. So everything on the slide is pertaining to the exam. As you can see, the difficulty level, the passing standard, the content is not changing. It is not changing. All right. So, and this is all the information that I have. This is all the information that I have. So if you're in another country outside of the US and Canada, I have no new information for you guys at this time, but we are committed. We are committed to sharing the latest and the greatest for you guys. Okay. All right. So again, This review will be brought to you by the NCLEX virtual trainer. We have 5,200 nurses studying in the VT now. 5,000 of you have taken the opportunity to get your virtual studying on. And this right now is the best option for those of you who definitely need to keep studying, but are not able to attend your live classes, your nursing schools, your universities. Join our community in the virtual trainer so that you can keep your progress going. We all need to get our license, and we all need to have a method of doing so. All right. So let's get into our NCLEX questions for the day. We have the first one here. Prepare your minds and your hearts, switch gears. You showed up to study. This is part of the studying process. It's time for questions. Here we go. Here we go. Question number 1. We're doing med-surg stuff here. Question number 1. The nurse believes that a client from another cultural background is using herbal remedies along with the prescribed medication to treat her arthritis. The nurse's first action should be to, is it number 1, tell the client that herbs will interfere with the prescribed medication? 2, ask the client why additional remedies are being used. 3, determine what herbs are being used and their effectiveness. Or 4, contact the physician to alert him or her about this information. What should she, in fact, do? All right. What should she, in fact, do? What do you guys think about the priority here? What's the priority of the nurse? I think, you know what? And what I'll say, what I will say is that knowing that the questions have been reduced on your exam, the majority of those questions, whether you're RN or PN, are going to be like this. They're going to be that management of care. They're going to be that coordinated care type of questions. So get comfortable doing these types of questions where you are determining your priority, where you are determining what's best in a client's specific case, okay? In a client's specific case. So here. The correct answer is going to be number 3. Number 3, okay? All right. So why is number 3 the correct answer? Because you need to, before you can tell the client what's not working, what they shouldn't be using, you need to know what's being used. And if the client thinks it's effective, have the right to direct and guide their care. So rather than dismissing the practice as dangerous or incompatible with Western medicine, I saw a lot of people pick number 1. Before doing that, there's a nursing process that has to be followed. You have to assess. You have to assess what's going on. All right. 2 is not going to be appropriate because we don't want to put the client in a defensive position. We don't want to put the client in a position where they have to explain why they're doing something. So we don't typically ask why, right? We don't ask why. Why are you doing this? Why do you feel like this? Why are you using these herbs? You know, if you ask the person a question like that, then they automatically feel like they have to defend themselves. And that's not very therapeutic. So we want to know, okay, what herbs are you using? And are they working for you? Okay. Because if they're working for the patient, particularly if they have particularly if NCLEX mentions a cultural background, we don't want to take away. We don't want to interfere. Okay. Excellent. All right. Let's do another question here. Keeping it on the same path. Let's talk about some herbal medications here. All right. Next one says this. Which medication will be most beneficial to take during flu season? Is it number 1, ginger? Number 2, feverfew? Number 3, echinacea, cohosh? Okay. All right. Let's get it going. Which one would it be? Okay. All right. Now, this is a very straightforward question. Okay. This is a very forward question in terms of what herbal medications do what. Don't be surprised if you see these on your exam because they are pharmacology. You know, these are medications. These are medications. And so some of these herbal medications have a lot of. Okay, so the correct answer is going to be number 3. And most of you knew this. Echinacea is a very common herbal medication. It is very easily recognizable in the stores. Most people are familiar with taking it or they know somebody who takes it, but make sure you know the other ones: ginger, black cohosh. What do people take garlic for? What do people take saw palmetto for? What do people take kava kava for, right? So if you have the Quick Facts book, you will see them there. You will also see them in the virtual trainer. We also do a lecture on herbal medications because they are very important, okay? All right, let's move on to question number 3. Let's move on to question number 3. Yes, I recently studied that on the VT. Perfect, right? Question number 3 is this. We're going to switch gears a little bit. It says a nurse is caring for a client on a continuous cardiac monitor. A nurse sees no electrocardiogram complexes on the screen. The first action of the nurse is to, okay, there's no electrocardiogram complexes on the screen. The first action of the nurse is to, number 1, assess the last rhythm recorded. 2, check the lead placement. 3, call a code blue. Or 4, obtain a blood pressure immediately. All right. These are the questions that are so important because they not only determine whether you know the nursing process, but also whether you have a mind for client safety. And those 2 points are so important on this exam. All right. Those 2 points are so important on this exam. Here we go. So if you as a nurse had this situation, what would you do? What would you do? Some people are saying, and so it's really interesting because essentially, I know people are saying, check the machine, check the patient before the machine. But this is a really tricky one because I have actually placed several machines in here. So what are you going to do? Are you going to assess the last rhythm? Are you going to check lead placement? What does check lead placement even mean? Are you going to call a code blue? Or do you need to get a blood pressure immediately? This is a really great question. All right. So people are saying 2 or 4 or just 2 or just 4. Okay. Or just 4. All right. Okay. So the correct answer, the safe. That means that the patient indicates ventricular asystole. Everybody knows what asystole is, right? Okay. Or it could be possible electrode displacement. Because if the leads fall off and they're on the floor or they're on the blankets, or they're on, if this is true asystole before doing anything else. And that can simply and easily be done by checking the lead placement. All right. Checking the lead placement. Okay. So are you guys good? Are you guys good now? Checking the lead placement. All right. So that is the answer to number 2. All right. And I know these questions, sometimes they seem so straightforward. Sometimes they seem so, so easy, but they can be very challenging, especially if you have not ever gotten these kind of questions before, or, if you had not been in this situation. And so you have to be very careful, because what you actually do is really depending upon the situation. So there really is no strategies. There's no real blanket statements that you can say, okay, in this situation, always do this. Always do this, because this is a situation where we heard of the principle, check the patient over the machine. But in this situation, that doesn't work, because checking the patient, if you thought about it, okay, I have to check the patient. And if you just thought every time I always have to check the patient first, then here's a situation where you might think, okay, I need to get a blood pressure immediately. That's checking the patient. But here, the correct answer is actually check the machine, check the lead placement. And so you have to be very careful, all right? You have to be very careful not to try to blanket everything. And I say this because knowing that the exam will be whittled down to only the questions that count, how important will it be for us to read everything and understand everything that we're reading? It will be so important. Okay. So let's try one more. Let's try here. Oh, and you guys should know this one from my Love Your Pregnancy. Not Love Your Pregnancy. You have to love your pregnancy, but love your content, because we talked about pregnancies and STDs. So here we go. A nurse is caring for a 30 weeks pregnant client with a positive VDRL blood test. Which of the following should the nurse anticipate? Okay, you got a positive VDRL blood test. So which of the following should the nurse anticipate? Is it number 1, anemia, 2, syphilis, 3, HIV, or 4, muscular dystrophy? Okay. What saith my Remar nurses who love their content? Do you guys remember? All right. Do you guys remember which one it was? Let me know. I want to see those answers on the screen. Don't be shy now. This is not the time to be shy. Put those answers on the screen. Smash that share button. We got a lot of work to do here, but it feels so good when you recognize information and you know that content. You feel so much better about it. Okay, I see the answers, and it's looking really good, actually. Everybody's looking to be on the same page here. All right. And the correct answer is going to be, you guys got it. Of course, this is syphilis. The VDRL blood test is used to detect syphilis. So we know that this pregnant client has this infection. All right. So I like this very, very straightforward. Okay. Very straightforward. All right. Now, what else? Let's do one more. How about let's do one more? Okay. One more. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Here is the next question. A nurse is caring for a client complaining of pain. You would expect which of the following? Is it number 1, leaky blood vessels near the surface of the skin? 2, missing teeth and gum disease? 3, hairy patches of dead skin all over the body? Or 4, vesicles that contain infectious fluid? Give it your best. We are here studying for NCLEX. And one of the great things about studying is that it is always good to get something wrong, because then you know what? you know that it's a weak area and you can go back and study it, or you find something that you didn't know. All right. And that's the benefit of having extra time to study. That's the benefit of, coming together as a group and reading your content. If you don't know, say you don't know. That's the quickest way to fix any problem. We're not going to pretend like we know stuff we don't know. If we don't know it, we man enough to say we don't know it. All right. Now, the correct answer here. Some people are like, I don't know, I'm guessing. That's okay. That is all right. So the correct answer is going to be thinking about pain. What would be painful? All right. That's a big clue in here. Did you guys get it? All right. So painful. The correct answer is leaky blood vessels near the surface of the skin. Oh my goodness. Yes. All right. And if you never heard of this condition before, that's all right. Just put a star by it. we are okay. You're constantly learning. If you knew everything, then you wouldn't be a student. You'd be the master. All right. And in nursing, there are very few masters because we are learning new things every day. Look at us with this coronavirus. No idea. We have no cure for it. We have no idea what's going on. We only have one treatment, and that's social distancing. So take it easy on yourself today. If you missed a few NCLEX questions, just know that you are still learning. But I had a great time studying with you guys today, as always. You guys make it so much fun to study for NCLEX. All right. And that's really tough to do. Somebody said, we were looking that up and now you know it. So one more thing I got to tell you guys, I see a lot of questions about the virtual trainer. I mentioned it earlier. I like to circle back around to it right now. Hey, we got the flash sale going for the virtual trainer. Do you have it yet? Everybody should have this VT by now. Seriously, flash sale, $149 plus shipping. We are shipping out books today. Tomorrow they're shutting down Ohio. I really want to make sure you guys get your products, get your books. And if you already have the 5-star quick facts, then the VT price goes down even lower to $129. How do you know if you have the 5-star quick facts? It's very easy. There's literally 5 stars on the cover of it. So if you have this book, then all you need is the online review and you need the VT workbook. So while I see everybody's prices going up. People are putting their prices up because they're not able to do the live classes and they have to still pay all of their staff and faculty. Here at Remart, we're doing the opposite. We're dropping our prices, 90-day subscription, free shipping, drop that thing down to $149. I want you guys to have these books, and I want you to have this online review while we are studying. The test is getting serious. All right. Somebody said, yes, I got it. Perfect. Remarnurse.com is where you go. Also, check this out. I added a new book that I wrote. I hope you guys really like it. It's quick facts for nursing, specifically the pediatric overview. So I expanded on pediatrics. And if you guys know how quick facts works, then you know that the peds version of quick facts is fire. All right. So I put it in your file vaults. If you have the virtual trainer, mosey on over to your file vault and download that book to print out. I really did not want to come out with another product for you guys to sell the book. I mean, there are just times when you just do things for the benefit of our community. And I never did a PDF book before. You guys know that. I don't believe in PDF books. But I thought, you know what? My nurses need some incentives. They need to stay busy. Some of you guys are pushed back a month or 2 months and you can't really get to your exams right away. So this is a way to keep you guys studying. I also put so many new, and I didn't even put it on here, but I put a lot of new quizzes and I put case studies, and you guys have a ton of work to do. You have a ton of activities to keep you busy while you wait for these books. So if you order today, we are still shipping out. We do have our shipping department here. They're shipping books out. We had a lot of orders last night when I got on and told you guys about the changes. You guys hopped on. So while you're waiting, go ahead and get in the VT, get used to it. Do the before the books arrive. We are still able to send these out today. We expect the post office to come and pick up all the orders. There's no delays. Also, international orders, we still are able to send those out. So if you have not, please, I'm just encouraging you guys, don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until the last minute. remarnurse.com, because I really don't know the situation for tomorrow. I don't know what changes are going to happen. So thank you so much for everyone who is just encouraging people to study and things like that in the virtual trainer. So everybody that purchased on Friday, your products are going out today. Your products are going out today. All right. So let's get into the motivation for today. And it is overcoming the prevention. And this really spoke a lot to me in terms of things that I'm going through right now and dealing with this entire situation. But for most of us, well, really for all of us, because we all had test dates scheduled, I believe, you have been prevented from taking NCLEX for a little while, right? We thought we weren't going to be able to take it at all, but now we're just prevented from taking it in our ideal location and during our ideal time. So when something is preventive, when something is prevention-based, when the origin is prevention, it is actually the action. It is actually the action of stopping something from happening. And so, yes, the coronavirus has been the biggest prevention for a lot of things happening in my life and in your life. And NCLEX just happens to be one of those things, all right? So what is the mindset that we need to embrace? Because we are stopped, we're stopped from doing the things we want to do. My kids are stopped from going out. I have a 6-year-old and I have a 3-year-old. There is no place in the world besides church, I think, but there is no other place in the world that they love more than Chuck E. Cheese. And they see Chuck E. Cheese, they see the commercials, and I have to explain to them every day, you guys cannot go there. Like, we cannot go to Chuck E. Cheese. All right. They cannot go. My daughter cannot go to violin lessons. She cannot go to piano. My son cannot go to his musical classes. And so I'm trying to explain to these children, some of you guys have it worse than me because you have teenagers who are much older and they want to go out and hang out with their friends and they want to go to the mall, and you have to keep those rascals in the house. So I am not complaining. I am just saying that we on some level have been prevented. We have been stopped from doing something. All right. And so it is very easy from what I'm reading from you guys to say, I don't have any motivation to study right now. I can't do it. I don't have any motivation to study. It's just not on my mind. It's not something I'm thinking about. And so I get that. And so during this time where we are stopped from doing things, or we can't do things, we have to embrace this mindset and we have to teach it to those around us. And the mindset is simply this. It's simply this. It is, don't let what you can't do stop you from doing what you can do. All right? Stay on task and go. There's a lot that we cannot do right now. Okay? But there is so much more that we can do. What can you do? Okay? Okay, so you can't go to Chuck E. Cheese, but guess what? We can go outside. You can run around in the yard and in the mud. That's what I tell my kids, we can go outside. We can do arts and crafts. We cannot take our exam right now, but what can we do? We can get in that virtual trainer and get studying. We can make some progress. We can prioritize our pharmacology studying. There is so much that we can do to progress ourselves. There's so much that we can do to keep moving forward. Where can we go? Okay, where can we go? This is what it's about, okay? This is what it's about. Now, for some of us, this coronavirus will be a blessing. This coronavirus will be a blessing in terms of it being a wake-up call. Many people who should be licensed nurses are not licensed nurses right now, and they're working in jobs where they are being laid off. And people know deep down inside that if I were a nurse, I would not have to worry about this. I would have a job for sure. And so many people will look at the climate of so many people losing their jobs, so many people, not sure where their next rent money is going to come from. They're not sure, how to provide for their kids now that they're not working. A lot of those people are NCLEX test takers. And so if you feel like you don't have motivation to study, all you have to do is turn on the TV, look around, look at your children, look at, the bills that are coming in. It's a great time to be a nurse right now. You literally can work wherever you want for however long you want, And so I think we really have to keep perspective on our whys, why we're doing something, why you want to be a nurse in the first place. And then also the opportunities that you have. There are people right now that can't even get into nursing school that really, really want to be nurses, but they can't get into nursing school. And then we have people who finish the exam, maybe failed once or twice, and then don't want to go back to studying again because it's too hard or it's too difficult. So find your motivation. Find your motivation, because when we get on here week after week and we have people that are saying, yo, I passed, guys, you can do it. There's only so much of that has to come from the outside. The rest of it really has to come from the inside. It has to come from you guys. It has to come from, your own desire. But look at it here. Okay. Look at it here. There's 400 people here, on Facebook. There's 300 people on YouTube. You're not alone in this situation. There are many people striving right with you, right there by you. All right. So, I love that. Shanna says, I'm not laid off, but I'm not living to my fullest potential. That's deep. That's deep. That's self-reflection right there. Yeah. I feel that. Where you could be doing so much more. You want to take it to the next level. This is the time where you take it to the next level. This is the motivation you need when you take it to the next level. Some of you guys have already been through much bigger things than the coronavirus, to be honest. Some of you guys have overcome already greater battles in your life. And so you will get through this. You don't have no other choice. Nobody's laying over and dying over this. Like, we can't just say, woe is me. This whole thing is going to take me out the game. No, it's not like that. All right. So do what you need to do. Do what you need to do to, again, our thought, don't let what you can't do stop you from what you can do. All right. Stop you from what you can do. 60 question minimum, 130 question maximum. That's the motivation. I like that, Jackie. That's it. All right. Shout out to the virtual trainer for the testimonials that we got. I want to share one with you right now. It says, I followed the 8-week VT program when she first put it out, the new trainer, on Black Friday, scheduled my exam. I followed my calendar. And now in 2020, after graduating 4 years ago in 2016, I am a Remar nurse. Pass NCLEX. Regina, you're my hero. Taught me everything. I owe it to you. All right. Everything in perfect timing, guys. Virtual trainer right now, $149. I saw some questions about the virtual trainer, so I'm just going to take some time to answer them if you have them, and then I will let you guys continue on about your day. So yes, if you have, somebody kept asking me if I have 5 weeks, can I still study the virtual trainer? I would say yes, you can still, yes, absolutely yes. We had a nurse who studied the virtual trainer in 3 weeks and got her I got her RN and now she's in the NICU. So that's one of my favorite stories about the virtual trainer. Literally, with the virtual trainer, you study at your own pace. So the testimonial I just read, the person said it was an 8-week program for them. For some of you guys, it will be a 6-week. For other you guys, it will be, just grinding out those 24 days on the calendar. You will grind it out. You will do it at your own pace. And so that's one of the beauties of being able to access it online, on your phone. If you're at work, some of us are caregivers, you're taking care of people, but you have time when they're settled and they're watching TV, jump on your virtual trainer, get it out, put it on your phone, like I do, put it on the phone, listen, get it done. So this is really the best way right now to get the content. And we're doing the sale price. So literally, it's like, come on, free shipping. Who doesn't love free shipping? All right. And someone says, when does the flash sale end? So we called it a flash sale because it's literally based off of our ability to ship these products out to you. So when we started the flash sale, we said, we don't know when the quarantine is going to go into effect. We had our staff in the office working, half of the staff, all the social media, all of the, the customer service people, they're at home now. So they're shutting Ohio down. We know that the products that are ordered today will go out. So the flash sale ends when we no longer have the ability to take on new students. And I think that's a real possibility, for how things are going. So if you order the VT now, will it ship today? Yes, it will ship today. All right. Another thing is, I know even if everything shuts down, once I have you guys in the virtual trainer, I know I can go live from the virtual trainer. I know that I can add stuff to the virtual trainer. I can add books like I did. I can add worksheets. I can add puzzles, whatever. And I know all of the students will get it. And that's the benefit. That's why I'm trying to move our community into the virtual trainer, because even if we can't meet in a physical building ever again, or months, I don't know, they're saying it could be months, in the virtual trainer, we can still continue to study. And I know that I have the ability to go live. I can do my live classes in the VT. So I'm just encouraging everybody, while we're home, while we're waiting, to get support at Remar Review, just send an email to Team Remar. Also, if you guys are on Facebook, they're on there. They're waiting to hear from you. Okay. So Regina, I have the virtual trainer, but where do I get the answers from? You get the answers from the virtual trainer. You get the answers from virtual trainer. All right. So you have the workbook, but all of the answers in the workbook are actually in the virtual trainer. So your practice exams, your lectures, they're all in there. When you get the virtual trainer, the best thing for you to do is go to the Getting Started section, because that will explain to you how you use your virtual trainer. All right. Please, Regina, I need the VT. I only have the 5-star quick facts. Perfect. Just go to remarnurse.com and choose the package that says already has 5-star quick facts. All right. Already has 5-star quick facts. And like I said, when you get the virtual trainer, you literally can study from it anywhere on your phone. This is my phone. This is the virtual trainer. You guys know it. So I get all my lectures, my practice. All right. Can I renew my virtual trainer? Yes, you're able to renew it. You don't have to call. We're actually doing customer support through emails, chat, Facebook Messenger. All right. That's the best way to contact us. We don't have any in-house customer service to take phone calls. So the best thing is to email us. I'm studying for LPN. What should I do? We have a virtual trainer for our practical nurses as well. Okay. And remember, 60 questions. So on your exam. So be prepared to have that content. All right. Be prepared to have that content. Where can I find my calendar? Calendar can be found in your file vault. So your file vault is one of the icons in your virtual trainer. Okay. So file vault is there. File vault right there. Okay. It looks like a little file. So when you go to your virtual trainer, just look for it. Okay. You'll find your calendar. You'll find your new book. All of those. Annual fee for the virtual trainer is $69. Okay. Are they accepting registers right now? Yes, you can still register for your exam. All right. You can register for your exam and you can pick your test date and your location. I believe people are still able to do that. Will the before books LPN? Yes, the LPN will get anything that I update to the RN, I'll update to the LPN. Okay. So the LPN will have the books, the LPN, you guys will see the case studies. They may be challenging for you, but I still want you to attempt to do them, because one of the things about the case studies is that they really push you, the case studies in the virtual trainer push you to really demonstrate whether you can follow a person through suspected clinical symptoms, suspected illnesses, diagnostic procedures they need, medication that would or would not be beneficial. And so they're great. I think they're great for both PN and RN. And you'll see them whether you have the NCLEX PN virtual trainer or the NCLEX RN virtual trainer. Okay. All right. Everybody's, we changed it now. So even if your renewal price used to be $105, we changed it. So everybody's renewal price is $69. Okay. So again, I am not trying to, this is not an opportunity for me to make prices go up. We just contact Team Remar. Just contact Team Remar. We'll send you a link and you'll be able to renew it for $69. That's it. Okay. Also, your renewal fee will automatically process. So make sure that, you know, you have the price that you need to have, and you don't feel like you have to like call us or anything like that. It will automatically take place. All right. So that's that for the virtual trainer. Do I have to create my calendar on the file vault? Because when I try to open it, I don't see anything. Okay. So I see what you're doing. If you go to the calendar, you won't see anything, because that calendar, if you're just going to calendar, like if you're just going to calendar here, then it is a blank calendar, because that's for you to fill in. All right. Where you need to go is file vault. You need to go to your file vault in order to get the 6-week calendar. Okay. So go to not calendar, go to file vault. Okay. And file vault is there. Okay. All right. So, yes, if you're in New York, we're taking orders everywhere. All right. So I just got my VT now from the news last night. Is so motivating. Awesome. All right. I don't have Pearson View's number. I'm just reading the comments here. I don't have Pearson View's number. I'm sure you can look it up. I don't even know if they're taking calls. So, but you can try to call them. All right. All right. So that's it. That's it. You can look for all the new changes. I just added things to the before the books arrive section. And also, if you haven't been in your virtual trainer since February, go to before the books arrive section, as well as the file vault, to see the new things that I posted in there. Okay. Because we've added some things since February. So I got an email saying, yeah. So if you got an email with a price difference than $69, all you need to do is contact support at Remar Review, and we will send you a link to get you that $69 price. Okay. Easy peasy. All right. So that's all. I'm torn between just reviewing the DVD package and books or getting the VT. Only 5 weeks left to study. Okay. So I got you. I would say with the price of the virtual trainer, especially if you already have Quick Facts, that is just $129. And you absolutely will benefit from the expanded information in the virtual trainer. You absolutely will benefit from the information that I put in the virtual trainer. Because remember, with the DVD program, I recorded the information probably in about, 2016, maybe? It was several years ago, and it's not about the content changing, because the content doesn't change. I'm looking for something. The content doesn't change as far as nursing goes. the content doesn't change as far as nursing goes. But what can help you learn more effectively is the presentation of the information and the accountability of the virtual trainer. So it's just a different feel. I mean, the questions, I believe, are more complex. They're more difficult. They're more challenging. The setup is phenomenal. And for 5 weeks left to study, literally, if you think about $25 a week, or what is that a day divided by 7, or $1.40 a day, you can have the virtual trainer. I mean, the price is really great right now. And I just believe that it's a great opportunity. Okay. So that's my thoughts on that. Download training. I can't find any info on FileVault to download and continue training. I don't know why. Okay. I'm not sure, Clarabelle, send an email to support so they can kind of walk you through what issues you're having. I haven't heard that, that before. So just let us know. All right. Yeah, you do. You have time. You absolutely have time, because remember, there are a lot of features in the virtual trainer. Lauren asked, do I have time to get through it and be successful? Absolutely. There are a lot of features in the virtual trainer. But I would say the most important feature is the actual lectures and the practice and homework exams. So even if you get the virtual trainer and you don't look at the before the books arrive or any of the other resources in the FileVault, just having that expanded information, especially if you're in the NCLEX RN, because with the virtual trainer, I really focused a lot on client education. And so that information will be really beneficial to you. Okay. Cool. What's the difference between the CD and the virtual trainer? Oh my goodness. Basically, the virtual trainer is the online program. The DVD is what you carry with you. It is great content in the DVD program, but the virtual trainer, the VT, is expanded. So it like literally takes it 3 levels up. And that's just what I hear from students. They feel like they're in school, they have accountability, and you can watch many videos. I mean, I could tell you this for sure, that the virtual trainer is the best NCLEX review out there, period. There is no other NCLEX review that comes close to all you get in the virtual trainer. There's no price that comes close to it. And so if you find yourself still wanting a resource right now, during this time, the virtual trainer is that resource for you guys. Okay. Okay. So somebody says, I'm working in the before the books and I love it. Great refresher to the basics. Yes. Okay. Someone said, Jeff, is it Jeffa? Jeffa says, I bought the DVD package and bought the VT after. Recommend it. I use the virtual trainer for lectures and use the books I have with the package from time to time. I follow the calendar and use free time to answer the before the books arrive. Helps me a lot. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, Lauren, listen. She says, I'm ordering it now. Okay, perfect. Listen, just reach out to me, Lauren, if you have any questions. I really think that once you get in the virtual trainer, you'll be able to take off and hit the ground running. You won't even need me anymore. All right. Okay, so someone says, has the test plan changed for NCLEX? Any types of questions? No test plan is no changing for NCLEX at all. Okay, there's no test plans changing for NCLEX. They do usually, somebody says, how will I get my books? Yes, they do bring it through the U.S. Post Office. If you order your book today, your book will go out. Okay. I can promise you guys that the book will go out today. And so that's what I'm promising you guys. All right. So right now, flash sale, $149 plus free shipping. I'm just encouraging all my Remar nurses to get in and get started. Get in and get started. This is a time now where we have to make a decision about if we are going to be able to study together. What will that look like? What will it look like if they shut down the entire nation? If they shut down the postal service for homes because the workers aren't, the workers are not there, their workers are not safe. what are we going to do? All right. Somebody says, I purchased the VT online 17th. Okay. So right now, I don't have your information in front of me, Clarabelle. The best thing for you to do is contact support at Remar Review, because I don't know if you're international. I just don't know. I don't have the information in front. So I can't answer specific like customer service account questions here on the live. Okay. So yes, the new updates were posted last night, and I went over them a little bit in the earlier part. Someone says, how can we renew the VT if ours expired? It will automatically renew, but if you want to renew it and you just want help, please reach out. Remar, Team Remar, they're waiting to help you guys. Support at Remar Review is the best. All right. So Sarah says, I like that you can't go forward if you don't pass the quizzes. You will learn. You will learn. Yes, 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 yes. All right. If you just purchased it, how do I go into the virtual trainer? So if you're just getting started with your virtual trainer, you will receive a login link with your username and password, and you are able to log into your virtual trainer that way. All right. All right. And you're going to get it in your email. So you have to put in the correct email. Make sure your email is correct so that you can communicate with your virtual trainer, because that's how it will know you. All right. Someone says, I'm in the Columbus, Ohio area, and I'm fortunate that they are one of the centers that will remain open. Awesome. Yes, Columbus in Ohio is considered a large metropolitan city. So that is cool. All right. All right. So during this time, guys, so excited. I just purchased the VT. To God be the glory. You're going to love it. I don't even have to, question. I know when you guys get it, you'll love it. It's just when you guys get it. All right. It's just when you guys get it. When you make the leap into the virtual trainer, you will see on the other side, it is very cool. It's a very cool resource. Okay. And yes, there's a RN and there's a PN as well. Okay. So guys, be safe out here. Things are changing rapidly. This is stranger than any movie I think we can watch, what's unfolding in front of us. And so Team Remar, we're working very hard. We're working extremely hard in order to get you guys through this difficult time. And we just want you to know, you got to keep God first, okay? Because it is very, very scary. And there's a lot of people without hope. There's a lot of people without hope. My mom's friends, actually, they found their daughter was in California. She lost her job. Her bills were stacking up. She felt hopeless. So she committed suicide out there. And so her friends are trying to drive to California from Ohio to go see about their daughter. And California right now is shut down. So you have to have hope during this time. There's so much that we have that we can be grateful for. There's so much that we have that we can be grateful for. So let's keep that thought. Let's keep kindness at the front of our hearts when we see people. We never know what they're going through. We never know, what they have experienced or what they have lost. So let's be kind to each other. Let's continue to motivate each other as a community. All right. As a community. And so be safe out there. Email me, please. The website to connect with me is remarnurse.com, remarnurse.com. And as well, if you guys need anything in terms of account information, books, ordering, we are here today in the office. Support at remarreview.com so that we can help you get the products that you need. And as always, it is a sincere pleasure to be the #1 NCLEX instructor on this planet. You guys, this teacher and a friend during this time. I always like to leave with this thought, which is, I can, I will, and I must pass NCLEX.